In this lecture, we will review describing data, how to describe your data, and also descriptive data analysis. When you have finished conducting your research, you begin the task of organizing, summarizing, and describing your data. According to Kumar, statistics in science, or a branch of mathematics, that involves collecting, classifying, analyzing, interpreting, and presenting numerical facts and data. It is essentially handy when dealing with populations too numerous and extensive for specific, detailed measurements. Statistics are crucial for drawing general conclusions relating to a data set from a data sample. Statistics further break down into two types, descriptive and inferential. Descriptive statistics refer to the process of summarizing numerical and categorical data in a concise and informative manner. It involves using various measures such as measures of center, variability, shape, and location to describe key features of the data. Descriptive statistics summarize and organize characteristics of a data set. A data set is a collection of responses or observations from a sample or entire population. In quantitative research, after the data is collected, the first step of statistical analysis is to describe characteristics of the responses, such as the average of one variable, such as age or weight or height, or the relation between two variables, like age and creativity. Now, there are different types of descriptive statistics. The three main types are: the distribution concerns the frequency of each value. The central tendency concerns the averages of the values. And the variability concerns how spread out the values are. So again, descriptive statistics refers to a branch of statistics that involves summarizing, organizing, and presenting data meaningfully and cohesively. It focuses on describing and analyzing a dataset's main features and characteristics without making any generalizations or inferences to a larger population. The primary goal of descriptive statistics is to provide a clear and concise summary of the data, enabling researchers or analysts to gain insights and understand patterns, trends, and distributions within the data set. This summary typically includes measures such as central tendency, like the mean, median, mode, dispersion, like the range, variance, standard deviation, and shape of the distribution, such as skewness. Now, let us review an example of descriptive statistics. I'm going to review the definitions of mean, median, mode, range, etc. Okay? So let's use exam scores as an example. Suppose you have the following scores of students on an exam. It starts off with 85, 90, 75, 92. Just review the numeral facts on your screen in this lecture. So, let us calculate the descriptive statistics. First, we want to find the mean. How do we do that? Well, the mean is the average value calculated by adding all data points and dividing the number of data points. So you would add up all the scores and divide by the number of scores. So the mean would equal, and then you would add it all up, 85 plus 90 plus 75, etc., etc. And then you would divide by the number of scores. So divided by 20, and it equals 88.5. So that would be the mean. Next, the median is the middle value when data is arranged in ascending order, less affected by outliers than the mean. So arrange the scores in ascending order and find the middle value. So that would be 86. Moving on to the mode. It is the value that occurs most frequently in the data set. So identify the score or scores that appears most frequently. And if you take a look right here, you will see that the mode is what? 88. Let's move on to the range. It is the difference between the highest and lowest values in the data set. So calculate the difference between the highest and lowest scores. So the range equals 95 minus 75 equals 20. Let's move on to variance. It is the average of the squared deviations from the mean, indicating how spread out the data is from the center. So you would calculate the average of the squared differences from the mean. The standard deviation is the square root of the variance, providing a more interpretable measure of spread compared to the variance. Take the square root of the variance, and that is the standard deviation. But how do you organize your data? You can organize your raw data for computer entry in either stacked or unstacked format, and if necessary, use dummy codes, and that just means numbers to represent the values of categorical variables, such as dependent on the requirements of your statistical analysis program. And in psychology, graphing your data refers to the process of visually representing your research findings using various types of graphs, such as bar graphs, line graphs, scatter plots, and pie charts. So next, let's move on to the frequency distribution. What is it? Well, the frequency of a value is the number of times it occurs in a data set. A frequency distribution is the pattern of frequencies of a variable. It's the number of times each possible value of a variable occurs in a data set. Now let's review the types of frequency distributions. There are 4 types. First, ungrouped frequency distribution. It is the number of observations of each value of a variable. You can use this type of frequency distribution for categorical variables. Next, grouped frequency distributions. The number of observations of each class interval of a variable. Class intervals are ordered groupings of a variable's values. You could use this type of frequency distribution for quantitative variables. Next, relative frequent distributions. The proportion of observations of each value or class interval of a variable. You can use this type of frequency distribution for any type of variable when you're more interested in comparing frequencies than the actual number of observations. Next, the cumulative frequency distribution. The sum of the frequencies less than or equal to each value or class interval of a variable. And you can use this type of frequency distribution for ordinal or quantitative variables when you want to understand how often observations fall below certain values. Now, please note, descriptive statistics measures of center and spread. Well, what does that mean? In descriptive statistics, measures of center refers to values that represent the typical point within a data set, like mean, median, and mode, while measures of spread describe how dispersed the data is, including the range, variance, and standard deviation. And remember, descriptive statistics refer to the process of summarizing numerical and categorical data in a concise and informative manner. It involves using various measures such as measures of center, variability, shape, and location to describe key features of the data. Descriptive statistics summarizes and organize characteristics of a data set. And a data set is a collection of responses or observations from a sample or entire population.